Listen, I was thinking this morning about the approval, how much I want God's approval, and how bad I want to be validated by God. And I was talking to my mother yesterday, and I said, you know what, Mama? I said, I want to be approved by God. I don't care if nobody else approves me. I don't care if nobody else validates me in this lifetime. I want to be approved and validated by God. I don't care if I don't impress nobody else on this earth. I want to impress God. I want God to know that I will go above and beyond just so that he can validate me. I will go above and beyond just so he can see how bad I truly want to impress him. I will go above and beyond just so God can know just how much I want his approval. And then I began to think about my life, and I began to think about how I was as a young girl, and I began to think about how bad I wanted my father's approval, how bad I wanted him to be proud of me, how much I wanted him to see how hard I would go to show him like I can do this and I can do that, and I can, I was just that type. I was just such a daddy's girl. Like, I was just to the point, I was just like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make sure he proud of me, and I'm going to make sure. And it was so crazy to me, not crazy, but it was just so wowing to me when I realized that as bad as I was wanting my father's approval, and as bad as I wanted him to speak of how proud he was of me, and how bad I wanted him to tell me like, oh, you're great, you're good, you're this and you're that, and how bad I wanted him to brag about me to other people, I began to think about, you know what? That was my inner spirit person just yearning and wanting that from God. But at the time, because I wasn't in God the way I was supposed to be in God, I didn't understand what that yearning was for. I didn't understand why I wanted the approval of my father so bad. I didn't understand why it was so important to me that I made my father so proud of me. I didn't understand why I felt like I would go the extra mile just for him. I didn't understand why I would go the extra mile just for him to say I'm proud of you, or just for him to brag about me to somebody. But then I realized that it was just the yearning of my spirit man, really just wanting the approval of my Father in heaven, wanting the approval of my Father who sees me, who knows me better than anybody else knows me, who knows everything about me, who knows what I would do before I would even do it, who knows what I would say before I would even say it. So just me wanting that approval, wanting God to just, wanting God to know that, hey, I don't care what it is, I'm going to do whatever it is I got to do for you to know that I will go the extra mile, that I will take the extra step, that I will help, and I will help do whatever it is I need to do. I will go out my way for whatever I need to when it comes to God. And it just made me, and I just thought about that this morning, and I wanted to share that with somebody else. I wanted to share that because I know that there's somebody else that may be out here trying to prove themselves to other people, out here trying to show somebody else how great and how good you are, trying to show somebody else how wonderful and amazing you are, trying to show somebody else how worthy and valuable you are. But baby, let me tell you, just as hard as you trying to prove it to the person that you love, or prove it to the person that's close to you, or prove it to the person that you want to be proud of you, I want you to know that you need to take that same energy, that same effort. I want you to take that same tenacity, and I want you to give it to showing God how much you want him to be approved, how much you want him to validate you. Because when it comes to God, you want God to be the one to show you. You want God to be the one to tell you. You want to get that feeling from God. You want him to be so proud of you that when you think of him, you think of how much he loves you. You think of how much he appreciates you. You think of how much he values you. You think of how much he calls you worthy, because he sees your worthiness, because he knows the greatness that's inside of you, because he placed it there. So instead of trying to prove yourself to somebody else, prove yourself to God first. Instead of trying to prove yourself to your mate, instead of trying to prove yourself to your children, instead of trying to prove yourself to your office manager, instead of trying to prove yourself to everyone around you, prove yourself to God. Because that's what matters more than anything, is proving yourself to God. Because when everything else falls, when everything else begins to go away, when nothing else is around you and no one else is around you, nothing but God matters. So prove yourself to your Father in heaven, and everyone else around you will see what he sees. But as long as you're trying to prove it to everybody else around you, you'll be forever exerting so much energy trying to get somebody else to love you right, trying to get somebody else to see who you are, trying to get somebody else to know your worthiness and your value, and you will just be draining yourself. You'll be feeling awful about yourself. You will have these complexities about yourself. You will have low self-esteem trying to prove to somebody else who you are when God knows who you are. He wants you to see who you are by proving yourself to him. Everything you need is in you. Prove yourself to him, not to anybody else. I pray that this helps someone. I hope that this lifted your spirit enough to know that you don't owe anybody anything but to love one another. That you don't owe anybody anything except to love them with the love of Christ. Prove yourself to God, and God will show who you are to everybody else. I am Samantha Warwick, your purpose pusher, here to push you to your purpose. Y'all be blessed and have an amazing, great day. And if it's anybody that you know needs to hear this message, if it's anybody that you know needs to hear these words of encouragement, I ask that you share this video to someone that you know that really, really needs this at this moment, in this time. That someone may be going through, someone may be out here not feeling worthy, somebody may be out here feeling like they got to prove themselves to everybody else, and they're draining themselves, they're feeling low, they're feeling down. Send this message to them so that they may be lifted in their spirit, and so that they may know and understand that they don't have anybody to prove themselves to except God. Y'all have a great and amazing, blessed, prosperous day, and thank you in advance.